I'm not even gonna leave you guys hanging on that, because that would be rude of me to just leave it like that. He solicited sex online through Craigslist for about a year, from my knowledge. Remember when I told you about Myrtle Beach and how he was gone for hours? He told me that when he left, he met up with a stranger, a man. He met up with a man. I remember something about a scooter. So I don't know if the guy was on a scooter. They got a scooter. I don't know. He rode on the scooter with this guy, this strange man. Met up with him, which he probably, now that I think about it, he probably used his Craigslist to find this guy, because he made it seem like it was a random guy. They made googly eyes and then hooked up. He probably used his Craigslist to meet up with somebody in Myrtle Beach. He told me that he met up. They went to a hotel. I guess it was his hotel, the other guy's hotel, whatever. In the stairway, the guy gave him head. I asked him, did he give him head? He told me that they ran out of time or something, or somebody was coming and he couldn't return the favor or something like that. Or I might have his high school story mixed up. I don't know. Some head went down in the stairwells of a hotel. So that confirmed that weirdness in Myrtle Beach. The weirdness that happened at the hotel, remember when I told you how he was so upset that I came inside. The reason why he was so upset when I came inside is because he used to hook up with multiple men at the hospital. What does that look like? Sex in the bathrooms, oral sex, God knows where, with multiple men in this hospital. I know for sure one of them worked at the hospital. The rest, I don't know. He told me about 2 or 3 different guys at the hospital. He used to take the I don't know if you guys remember, or know about that bus that would pick up people in the suburbs and take them to work in the city. He used to do that. He used to do that for a while because we had one car. So I would drop him off at the little station or whatever, and he would take that into work. He used to meet up with guys on the bus. He told me that he hooked up with men on the bus, on the way home, before I would pick him up from the station. He would hook up with men on the bus. So that time we were at the restaurant and he told me that's why I cheated on your ass. And then he came back and said, I'm sorry, I didn't cheat on you. I didn't mean that. I just said it to make you angry. So that was a lie. He blurted out, I cheated on you, because he did cheat on me. And he had been cheating on me. And I think he took it back because he wasn't ready to confess that. And he wasn't ready to stop, because that continued on well after he told me that he cheated on me. So that was 13, 14. Yeah, I think he said that. Actually, no, I think he told me that 2014, around February, March. He confessed all of his sins to the pastor and I mid 2014. I remember this because he stood up in front of the church and apologized to the church, not for sleeping with men, but for whatever, doing something where he had to step down from ministry. He stood in front of the church and did that, and apologized to me, apologized to the church, blah blah blah. I remember that because we were scheduled to take the kids to summer camp, and clearly he couldn't go because he had to step down. I didn't do anything, so I asked, I was like, can I still take the kids? I don't want to let them down. Can I still take the kids to summer camp? And they allowed me to do that. They thanked me that I was able to do that. And that's how I remember what year and what part of the year it was, because shortly after that, I took the kids to summer camp in our student ministry by myself. So he begged, he cried, he pleaded for me to forgive him. He begged, he cried for us to work it out and to work through it. I remember having to go to my OBGYN, and it was out of schedule because I go once a year, right? And this was like twice a year. So I'm like, here I am again. Had to pay the little extra fee to be tested again. I sat in my OBGYN office, sitting there in the chair, trying not to cry, because I'm like, how am I here? How am I here? That I have to, as a married woman, get tested and pray that I don't have an STD, HIV, whatever. Like, this is all, I know what's correct and what's not correct, but this is just what I'm thinking in this moment. Like, am I gonna get HIV? What if I have HIV? What if I have a STD? What if I have all these things? Because my husband has been sleeping with men for the last year, and from my understanding, a handful of the times he was not using condoms. I sat there in that office and on the brink of tears, didn't want to cry in front of everybody, because I'm like, what the fuck, why is she crying? Because you didn't hear her getting an STD test. I did tell my doctor the situation, because I love her. She's great. I miss her a lot. But I just came to a realization, like, what the fuck? Like, I'm really sitting in this office getting tested for STDs because I'm afraid that I've caught something, because my husband has been sleeping with men for over a year. Like, what is life at this point? I hated him. I hated him before, but honey, I hated him now. I hated him so much for putting me in that situation. I hated him so much for the level of betrayal that he performed in our marriage. Like, it's already a betrayal to treat me like shit. Like, that's already a betrayal for me. But then to take it up another notch, like, and now I'm gonna cheat on you. Now I'm gonna sleep with men. Now I don't have the courage to say, this is what I want to do. We need to get a divorce. So I got tested. I didn't have any STDs. Thank God. I have never had an STD. Thank God. But that was an awakening for me. After that, did we get a divorce after that, 2014? Nope, we didn't. What happened? I was like, F you, mother effer. That's what happened. My care went from, I don't even know what level my care was at before, but my level of care was at a 0. It was at, I didn't care. I gave 0 fucks about this guy and how he felt. I literally did not care. I told him that we would work through it, but in my mind, I was like, don't care. Don't care. I don't care what you do. Don't care what you think. Don't care what I do. Like, I do not care.